Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you Teresa Bradley?
Yes, I am.
All right, very good. This is Judge Middleton. You're in the right place. We
Great.
have about 1 minute until we're set to begin. I saw that you'd practiced logging in. I appreciate that.
Yes, I've never done this before, and
Well,
I'm
some
not very
people
good
practice
at this stuff.
1 minute before it starts, but you're doing fine. I can see you and hear you, and your microphone is turned on. And Zoom wasn't a thing till a few years ago. Now it's ubiquitous.
Yeah. Very nice. I just worked all night and just got home, so it's nice to be able to do it in your own home.
Yes, that is the upside of it. There's some downsides, but you won't have to drive to Centerville, and we can take care of our business here.
Yes.
Which is a bit odd. And all right, it is 8:30. I'm going to call this case.
Okay.
Titled Teresa Bradley versus Jessica Beal, Apartment A and Apartment B. Is this a duplex?
Yes, it is.
There is no lease. Is she related to you?
She's my daughter, and my 4 grandchildren also live there. It's a 2-bedroom. Okay. It's a 2-bedroom, so it's very small for a mom and 4 children.
All right, guys, buckle in, because what you're about to see is real, raw, and brutally honest. Judge Middleton kicks off this virtual courtroom with calm control, but tension's already in the air. Teresa Bradley, tired from a night shift, logs in ready to go. The case? A family torn between walls and rights. Her daughter, Jessica Beal, is on the other end, literally and emotionally. No lease, no peace, just one 2-bedroom duplex. It's a case of mother versus daughter, landlord versus tenant. It's not just about law, it's about love, resentment, and survival. And things are about to heat up.
She's actually in my kitchen on her phone.
Oh, good. I didn't know if I was in the right room. I'm going to go home.
All right.
Okay.
Are you Jessica Beal?
I am. Sorry, my Zoom isn't working on my mobile device.
All right, we'll make it work. You're the other Jessica Beal. It's spelled B-E-A-L.
Yeah.
This is a
That's
termination of tenancy case that the landlord, who's your mother, wants you to move. So I'm going to take a minute and tell you what your rights are as a tenant. I have to do this in each case, and which is all right. As a defendant in a termination of tenancy case, you have the following legal rights. You have the right to obtain representation, meaning counsel for this matter. If you cannot afford an attorney, a legal aid attorney may be available to help you, and she should be joining us here shortly. There is no court-appointed counsel in civil cases like landlord-tenant. You have a right to a trial by a jury or by the court. If you do demand a jury trial, you have to do it today or do it within 5 days in writing and pay the jury demand fee of $50 unless the judge waives it. You have a right to have your case heard here in St. Joseph County where the property is. This is not about paying rent. This is about moving. If you're able to reach an agreement with your landlord.
Let's get something straight. This isn't about unpaid rent. This is about one word, eviction. Jessica lives in the kitchen of her mother's home with her 4 children. The judge explains her rights like a pro, legal aid, jury trials, and local jurisdiction. But this is bigger than court procedure. It's family, it's hurt, it's survival mode. Judge Middleton offers options: mediation, dismissal, compromise. But this story's seen those roads before, and Jessica, she's not backing down, not without a fight, not while the only other option is a car seat for a crib.
Meaning the case would be dismissed. We could help you prepare a conditional order of dismissal. And if both parties are interested, we could refer the matter to mediation for an attempted settlement. This is a family situation. I've had a number of these lately. I've probably had 25 or more of these this year, where grandmother, grandson, father, son, brother, there's no lease, they're living there, and the other party wants their property back. So, Ms. Bradley, you're simply requesting that she move?
That's correct, and she's actually just found housing has come available, so that was a question that I also had. I don't want to mess up her ability to get this 3-bedroom apartment that is coming up, but should that fall through, I didn't know what I should do. So that's why I was trying to do it this way. So there is that as well. So I think that we are getting somewhere.
Where's the apartment, Miss Beal? It's very hard to find. And there's a waiting list at Enchanted Glen and other places. Well, here's the story here. The law requires that I adjourn this at least 7 days, which would take us to next Friday, the 25th of October.
This is where things shift, real talk time. Jessica opens up. She's not just a daughter, she's a fighter. She's on a wait list chasing a 3-bedroom for her family. She's sick, a single mom, and a businesswoman building from the ground up. She's poured money into this household, copious amounts, she says, and now she's drawing the line. I'm fine with taking it to trial, she says. No fear, just desperation. This isn't drama, it's day-to-day survival, and she's holding on, even if it's by her fingernails.
Then you get 10 more days after that, which would take it to November 4th. So if you move, she can simply dismiss the case. But I think our safest bet for now is to adjourn this matter for 1 week.
Yeah, because I don't have, they've only verbally promised me the apartment. I've been on this waiting list for 1 year. I have been desperately working to build a business while also living with chronic illness as a single mom of 4 children. And I am doing everything that I can do. There is no housing available. There is no way that I can go and work for someone else when I can charge $300 online as a best-selling author and a publisher and a life coach and a business strategist. But building a business takes time, and my mom is frustrated with that. I have given her money, copious thousands of dollars anytime that I have money. So I'm not in a hurry to move out. I'm fine with taking this to trial. I'm fine with buying as much time as I have to protect my children and I until I can find safe and affordable housing for myself and my family. Because the other option is that I'm living in my car.
Yes, and that's often the problem. The parents or grandparents or siblings aren't required to provide free housing to their...
Now it's the judge's move, and he's all business. He lays it out clean. A mandatory 7-day adjournment. That's the law. COVID changed the game, and now everyone gets a window. Jessica's got until October 25th to lock things in or face the sheriff. Miss Bradley stays calm, but underneath it, you can feel the years of struggle between them. This isn't courtroom TV. This is life. And for a moment, everything feels like it's hanging by one shaky digital Zoom connection.
Kids, it's often a tough situation. Sometimes the family, they want to sell the house and they need to get the people out of there. And that's what this landlord-tenant, it's called summary proceedings, is about. Basically, it's the judge forces you to move out or the sheriff will do it. But I do feel your pain. Good morning, sir. Good morning. Let's just have a seat. Every week, twice a week, Monday and Friday, people tell me I would move out if I had somewhere to go to.
Right.
Particularly if you don't have any money. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to continue this to next Friday. Miss Bradley, the law requires this. It didn't used to, but when COVID hit, they changed all the rules. So you have to grant one at least 7-day adjournment. So I'm going to continue this to October 25th, 2024 at 10 a.m.
Okay.
For the second hearing. At that time, Miss Beal, I would have to give you at least 10 days to move. And if you didn't move by that date, then the sheriff could come put you out. That's if your mother got what she asked for. Let me ask a couple of questions. Is this a duplex?
Yeah.
Who's paying the utilities?
I am.
Now the gloves come off. Accusations fly like shrapnel. Who's paying the utilities? Mom says she is. Jessica says that's a lie. You've never paid them in 3 years, she snaps. Voices overlap. Judge Middleton shuts it down hard. Stop, 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 he commands. The embarrassment cuts deeper than the silence. Judge makes it clear, this isn't about bills. It's about the fact Jessica stayed after the notice to quit. And even though this battle's been brewing for months, now it's boiling in public. The courtroom becomes a war zone.
Well, actually, I'm paying the utilities, and then the utilities on her side weren't paid for, and the water pump is
In
on
my
that
name.
side. So I
So
had
They were in my name, though.
All right, so,
and then I put it in my name. So they're both in my name, and right now she currently told
But
me that
I've
she's
still been
not paid
paying
for
it.
it.
just a minute, only one
Okay.
person can talk at a time. So Teresa, you're paying the utilities?
Yes.
No.
Is
Mom,
there
that's
any
a lie. You've never paid
All right.
my utilities in 3 years.
Jessica, I'm paying my
All right, stop.
utilities.
Mom, you're lying.
Stop. I'm embarrassed for both of you. Jessica, you're gonna need to move out of your mother's house. That's just as way it is gonna be.
I know.
So I don't have
I'm
a better.
paying my utilities. I have proof that I'm paying my utilities.
Well, this is not about payment. It's about termination of tenancy. There is no lease. And the plaintiff gave you a notice to quit quite some time ago, back in July, saying that they wanted the property back. And they gave you until August, and you didn't move, and then they filed this action. So this didn't just sneak up on everybody. It's been in the offing for a number of months. And this
Well, you asked who's
process.
paying utilities, and she just lied.
All right, well, all
And
right.
I have
don't.
proof that I'm paying my utilities.
All right. Why don't you bring that with you next week?
Absolutely.
All right. At any rate, I guess I don't need to step on any more landmines. We're just going to deal with this next Friday, October 25th at 10 a.m. And at that point, unless there's some other defense or something I don't know about, Ms. Beal, you're going to have 10 days from that day to move. So we'll discuss this further next Friday. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Final gavel, final word, for now. Judge Middleton draws the line in the sand. October 25th at 10 a.m. That's the next round. After that, 10 days to move or face court enforcement. No more emotion, just deadlines. Jessica's told to bring proof. Utilities, finances, whatever she's got. But time's ticking. The judge closes with one last shot of reality. You're going to need to move out of your mother's house. Period. This isn't a villain story. It's not clean cut. It's complicated, it's crushing, and it's common. And it's far from over.